Do you have or know of a child with special needs? Is that child between the ages of 0 and 6 and in need of physiotherapy or help with special education training? Then we know the ideal place to recommend to you the Early Stimulation Program. Just keep watching for all the details and hear the testimonies of satisfied parents. It's the government working to ensure no child is left behind. Thanks for tuning in to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. There's more, so please stay with us.
Are you looking for something to do this summer? Applications are now open for the Hope Youth Summer Work Program.
All you have to do is go online, download the application form, complete it, and drop it off at any Heart, NYS, or JPLL office. Make sure you bring a certified copy of your TRN, NIS, government-issued or school ID, qualifications if you have any, and a copy of your resume and birth certificate.
I don't know about you, but this is your opportunity to get 3 weeks of work experience, personal and professional development. Nah, miss me.
For more information, contact a Heart Trust NTA or National Youth Service office.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh and this is your JIS News for Thursday, April 26. The National Health Fund, NHF, has launched a mobile app designed to cut waiting times to fill prescriptions at public pharmacies. Quick Prescript was designed by a local team and tested significantly before its full rollout on Tuesday. The Health Fund CEO, Everton Anderson, says it will cut waiting times to 30 minutes or less by allowing persons to send their prescriptions to the NHF electronically.
So we'll have kiosks which the patients will utilize to submit their prescription to the NHF back office. These prescriptions will be processed, contact will be made with the patient, and there will be arrangements to pick up the medication at a suitable and agreed time and place. In addition to the kiosks, the app is also available on the Google Play Store and will be available in the App Store shortly. So you can utilize your smartphone to submit your prescription.
In the next 2 months, the service will also be available to the 53 outlets participating in the Health Ministry's public-private pharmacy program.
What it says to me is that the NHF is responding to the clear needs that exist out there. They are responsive and sensitive to satisfying their patients, their customers in the area of drug administration.
The Jamaican government will be pressing its Venezuelan counterpart in short order for a response to its offer to purchase the South American government's 49% shares in the Petrojam oil refinery. The Venezuelan government's stake in Petrojam is held through the oil company PDV Caribe. Discussions to purchase the shares have heightened since the United States imposed sanctions on Venezuela, which could negatively impact Petrojam's operations. Energy Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley updated Parliament on the discussions Tuesday, expressing concerns about the delayed responses.
The lack of appreciation on the part of the government of Venezuela now and over the last 10 years of the importance of this matter to Jamaica, especially as it relates to our energy security, is of concern to us.
He revealed that on April 16 of this year, PDV Caribe's legal team requested clarification on the taxation implications if they accept the offer. The Energy Minister says that documentation was sent to the company via email the following day, April 17. He says PDV Caribe's legal team is now examining that response and the government will be pressing for a response in short order. A new $16 million multi-purpose facility has been opened at the St. Augustine Place of Safety, an all-boys institution located in Clarendon. The facility's construction was funded by the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA. During a recent tour, Education, Youth and Information State Minister Floyd Green said the boys' home was designed to support sport opportunities and skills training for its wards.
All the boys who come to St. Augustine, we enroll them in training activities. So again, they may only be here for 3 to 4 months, but we want to whet their appetite and see if they can harness their skills.
Minister Green says there are plans to construct a new dorm facility for the boys at St. Augustine.
fact, we're going to be starting some work this year on that new building. We're going to remove one of the old buildings and building a brand new state-of-the-art dorm facility.
The St. Augustine Place of Safety is home for about 30 boys who are remanded and in need of care and protection. The Ministry of Education is providing grief counseling for students at 3 Hanover-based schools. A trauma team was dispatched to the Rusiz High School to provide support following the untimely passing of a student who collapsed while on her way to school on Tuesday. Trauma teams were also sent to the Green Island Primary and neighboring Green Island Basic School, where siblings 8-year-old Jayana Koot and 4-year-old Shanique Koot attended. Both were reportedly chopped to death at home along with their mother Wednesday morning. The teaching staff at both schools say the girls were bright students with a passion for learning. Education Minister Senator Royal Reid says he is deeply troubled by the reports and has expressed condolences to their families and friends.
Their deaths are truly regrettable, and I pray for their family, especially their older siblings. This painful loss must be unbearable.
The tourism product development company TPDCO is helping to promote branded Jamaica by providing financial support to this year's staging of the Calabash Literary Festival. TPDCO is giving the festival's organizers $1.2 million to put on the event, which is expected to host nearly 1,000 patrons this year. The company's trained and certified craft producers and artisans will also exhibit at the Literary Festival. Executive Director of the TPDCO, Dr. Andrew Spencer, says the sponsorship recognizes the leverage that an event such as this can provide for community tourism in Jamaica. The Calabash Literary Festival will be held from June 1 to 3 in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth. This year's hosting will feature celebrated female poets, including Jamaica's own poet laureate, Lorna Goodison. And finally, the Electoral Office of Jamaica, EOJ, is reporting that all is in place for the April 27 by-elections to fill council seats in 2 municipal corporations. The Maypen North Division in the Clarendon Municipal Corporation was left vacant following the passing of the JLP's Melvin Jones last year. A by-election for the Yalas Division became necessary following a Supreme Court ruling that Dean Jones, the Jamaica Labour Party representative, was not eligible to sit in the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. Voting will take place this Friday in 61 polling stations across the 2 electoral divisions. Polls open at 7 a.m. and will close at 5 p.m. The EOJ says training has been completed for all 168 Election Day workers. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Informing, educating, entertaining. That's what we do. Keep watching Jamaica Magazine.
The Technology Ministry, through its Girls in ICT program, is providing the platform for young girls to get involved in technology-based careers or activities. Today marks the observance of Girls in ICT Day. Let's hear what the Technology Minister has to say about the progress so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, and especially our women and girls in ICT, I extend special greetings to you all as we join some 166 countries worldwide in celebrating International Girls in ICT Day. This initiative, spearheaded by the International Telecommunications Union, aims to create a global environment that empowers and encourages girls and young women to consider careers in the growing field of ICTs. Further, the aim is to enable both girls and technology companies to reap the benefits of greater female participation in the ICT sector. In Jamaica, we are celebrating Girls in ICT Day with a Caribbean hackathon at the Mona Visitors Lodge, UWI. However, much more needs to be done. In this regard, our agency, the Universal Service Fund, ably led by the visionary Miss Suzette Buchanan, is now training 1,000 young persons in ICT. Of this number, approximately 60%, or 600, are young women. Under the initiative dubbed the Technology Advancement Program, young women aged 18 to 35 will become more digitally literate and learn about digitization, data collection, and processing. Along with their male counterparts, these ladies will also assist the government in streamlining its processes using technology as part of the work experience component of TAP. This program is our way of ensuring that our young women are not left behind as we move towards the creation of a more inclusive knowledge-based society. We also, through the Universal Service Fund, provide an annual ICT scholarship to help aspiring women to be gainfully employed within the ICT sector and realize their dreams. As we celebrate Girls in ICT Day, we want to see more of our girls and young women being included in cybersecurity. Currently, we have the Cyber Incident Response Team, headed by Dr. Monifa Yulin, a stalwart within the field. Globally, the proportion of women in information security is lower than is found in other ICT professions. Currently at 11% in 2017, compared to 26% in all ICT professions worldwide. We must change that situation. Finally, every effort must be made to remove the gender imbalance in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM. In the future, our companies will not be able to compete effectively on the national and international stage without sufficient numbers of STEM-skilled professionals. Together, industry, government, parents, and teachers must act now to ensure the gender gap barrier is removed and that the future progress of our girls and young women is not hindered. As Minister, I am committed to removing these barriers and to ensuring a more inclusive environment for all Jamaicans. This ministry is already leading the charge by ensuring qualified, dynamic, and committed women are meaningfully engaged in leadership roles within its ICT portfolio. Ladies such as our Permanent Secretary, Ms. Hilary Alexander, Managing Director of the Spectrum Management Authority, Mrs. Maria Myers-Hamilton, Chief Technical Director, Ms. Joaquin Murray, Principal Director, Ms. Kadeen Smith-Newton, and as already mentioned, Ms. Suzette Buchanan and Dr. Monifa Yulin. I also salute all the dedicated ladies working assiduously within the ministry's ICT portfolio and throughout the wider sector. You are blazing a trail for the girls and young ladies of this country to follow. Let me take this opportunity to wish you all a very happy Girls in ICT Day, and I look forward to hearing the success reports that will emerge from this year's staging.
As promised in my opening of the show, it's now time to give you the details on the government's early stimulation program. It caters to the physical, cognitive, and educational development of children 0 to 6 years with special needs.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. There is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
The Early Stimulation Program is an intervention assessment catering to the various developmental needs of children with disabilities from birth to 6 years old. The program operates through the Ministry of Labour and Social Security under its Integrated Social Protection and Labour Program.
The Early Stimulation Program is an excellent program, and it provides intervention for children with developmental challenges from 0 to 6 years old, whether physical or mental challenges. It identifies and it intervenes at an early age.
The program is to assist these children who are sometimes left behind, disregarded, stigmatized, to reach their highest potential and to be mainstream, whether into the special education program or the regular education system.
Approximately 30,000 children have been assisted by the Early Stimulation Program, ESP, since its inception in 1975, and over 6,000 of them have been placed in regular primary schools or special education centers. Children in the program have varying types of developmental disabilities and are all ably catered for through intervention strategies employed by specialized professionals.
Our stimulation exercises look at least at 5 developmental domains. They look at the language of the child, the cognitive, the social and emotional, the growth and fine motor adaptive. This helps us to sort of set their program and to take them through the developmental process.
Children who are brought to the early stimulation program are usually referred by the hospitals, infant and basic schools, and by social workers and guidance counselors.
When they are referred, what we do is a developmental assessment to see where they are, and then we put together a program tailored to meet their developmental needs.
The work of the ESP is not limited to the center. Child development officers are also in the field, working with children at schools, nurseries, and also in communities through home visits.
They receive other assistance through the ministry, the PAD program, for adaptive aids, wheelchairs, eyeglasses. They are part of the PAD program, which gives further assistance. Also through small rehabilitation grants that assist the families of these children to better help themselves.
A number of improvement projects are being implemented, which will provide the students with resources to improve the quality of their learning. Of note is the new $87 million multi-purpose facility built at the ESP location on Hanover Street, downtown Kingston, to replace the building that was there. Funding was provided through the Inter-American Development Bank's Integrated Social Protection and Labor Program.
This modern center represents and provides a new lease on life for children with disabilities whose well-being and welfare will be further enhanced. The ESP currently provides care and support to over 1,500 children with disabilities island-wide, and the services are available to persons from all strata of society.
This is a very significant milestone because it's the only service of its kind that's provided by the government of Jamaica, where children can be provided with assessment and early intervention, and it also helps the children to benefit from the services that will help them to be the best that they can be.
The new facility now boasts an administrative block, assessment clinic, staff room, multi-purpose meeting room, receptionist and waiting area, assessment rooms, sensory and speech therapy room, physiotherapy room, green space, and play area.
Children, when you see their faces, then you know that they are satisfied, and it will only help them to fulfill their potential. In terms of the staff, they are elated, they're excited, they're happy, and of course feel appreciated for the work that they have been doing over these years. And so this will only help them to do more and to be more productive.
Once you visit one of these homes, you can feel the genuine love oozing from the people who teach them. They're not called teachers, they're called aunts. And the children have bonded with them in such a positive way.
I don't know how to manage without this place. Just don't know how to manage. The staff at the stimulation program, they let our babies feel like human beings. You feel special, Words can't explain.
My child both feet were twisted. And this program has helped him to get off the twisted foot because he couldn't walk. He's now walking, running, he's all over the place, on his toes. This program has done marvelous for him.
She coming here, she wasn't doing anything but carrying her to the early stimulation. She started creeping, she started holding on, she started getting up off her own. And it made a big difference to me because when I used to have her home, she wasn't doing anything at all. But carrying her here and to the physiotherapy, yes, it's work. So no more crying for me.
This stimulation here helps us because we are poor, we can't afford, the other places. So this helps us to
know more about our child and also to stimulate our child to get better, and we meet other parents that is suffering the same way that we are feeling, you know, and help us to get over our problems. They take us to seminars, you know, differently from our sessions that we have here at this building. So he has improved a lot. And it's not me alone see it either, don't it, Si?
And though the program has been reaping positive results, there are plans to further expand its offerings.
Early stimulation program reaches approximately 1,500 children. Currently, we have 3 facilities, one on Hanover Street, which is our main facility where we do assessment of our children. We also have another facility on Austin Avenue in Kingston, and that facility is the Early Childhood Center educational facility. We also have a center in Portland that was opened last year, and most recently we just opened another facility in Catherine Hall, Montego Bay. Our facility at Austin Avenue will also benefit from support from the IDB, where we'll be expanding that facility to be able to cater to an additional 40 children. We also have plans in the future, when we're working with our partners, to open a center in St. Anne, and as time goes on, we hope to expand where we have at least one facility in each parish.
The ESP also facilitates the provision of field placements for tertiary level students in the fields of physical therapy, psychology, social work, and early childhood education.
As the ministry continues to serve children with special needs and their families, our aim is to build on the foundation of this assessment center and multipurpose facility and strengthen the pillars of accessibility and range. For in serving our community of persons with different abilities, we can achieve a desired society which is inclusive, participatory, and empowering for all.
I would like to say to parents, don't sit there and wait saying you don't have the money or you can't afford to. It is free. Come in and have your child assessed and begin the intervention program with your children with special needs. The sooner the better. Don't sit and wait.
For further information on the early stimulation program, call 922-5585 or visit their office at 95 Hanover Street in Kingston.
We are in the final segment of our show, and here is where we'll tell you of the government's plan for a 3rd city. We have Kingston as the first and Montego Bay as the 2nd city. So which parish do you think would meet the criteria for the 3rd? Hold your answers until after this feature.
The Urban Development Corporation UDC is forging ahead with plans for Jamaica's 3rd city. The mandate came from Prime Minister Andrew Holness in 2016 to make the development of a 3rd city a priority. Since then, the corporation has been conducting groundwork with the involvement of a multi-agency steering committee to create a plan and lead the progression of this major development.
The development of a 3rd city is being envisaged as becoming a location from which planning can start afresh from the ground up. Resilience to climate change will be built in to afford that location the requisite infrastructure to support smart growth and innovation.
What we're looking at is a purpose-built city. That is, we're identifying a city that is being developed for specific development and investment consideration. And the aim is to look at smart growth technologies, to look at alternate energy, and overall natural resource management, to look at climate resilience, and to look at sustainable urban governance.
The multi-agency steering committee is chaired by UDC Board Director Omar Azan. The team comprises representatives from the Jamaica Institute of Planners, Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, Ministry of Transport and Mining, National Environment and Planning Agency, Planning Institute of Jamaica, and the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica. The UDC is spearheading the process.
The city will be built to accommodate a target population which is anticipated to relieve Kingston of its current urban overflow and reduce the burden on the capital city's infrastructure.
In the third quarter of 2017, the corporation hosted a third city planning workshop, fulfilling another important step towards the goal. Participants were drawn from multiple sectors, including regulatory agencies, private sector entities, academic institutions, and technical bodies within the design and construction industry. The meeting was to gather technical and qualitative inputs. This guided the terms of reference to engage consultants, as well as sensitized stakeholders on things being taken into consideration as the process advances. The third city project has 3 phases. The first is site selection, which will last for 3 months. At this stage, the team will look at multi-criteria site selection model using geographic information system. Pre-horizon scanning and foresighting will also be done. Phase 2 involves strategic urban master planning and will look at sustainable urban operations and management of the city. This is expected to last 12 to 18 months. And the third phase is strategic implementation.
So we're looking at a number of things here, not just the physical build-out, but including things like land acquisition, determining phasing for the actual construction, apart from phasing of the project, looking at financing for that, looking at key investments to make the city attractive.
The third city planning project is still in the first phase.
Phase 1 includes 6 broad steps, and those steps are creating a planning committee, research and data collection, defining the methodology, the preparation of the terms of references, the procurement of the services, and the recommendation of the site.
By the end of those 6 steps, the team will be ready to name and publicly announce the third city. So far, the team has completed the site selection methodology and pre-horizon scanning and foresighting. Requests for submissions to undertake the various consultations were subsequently sent out for awarding in 2018.
Visioning means imagining the audacious. Those that have gone before are now depending on you to stand in the future and to create an audacious third city.
As the vision unfolds, the UDC will engage Jamaicans to ensure participation and awareness in this game-changing development. The Urban Development Corporation, making development happen for Jamaica's third city. Join the celebrations on March 21 as the corporation celebrates 50 years making development happen. To learn more about the work of the Urban Development Corporation, call 656-8031 or visit their website at www.udcja.com. You may also follow them on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit their information center on the ground floor Kingston Mall, downtown Kingston.
Are you looking for something to do this summer? Applications are now open for the Hope Youth Summer Work Program.
All you have to do is go online, download the application form, complete it, and drop it off at any Heart, NYS, or JPLL office. Make sure you bring a certified copy of your TRN, NIS, government-issued or school ID, qualifications if you have any, and a copy of your resume and birth certificate.
I don't know about you, but this is an opportunity to get 3 weeks of work experience, personal and professional development. Nah, miss me.
For more information, contact a Heart Trust NTA or National Youth Service Office. I know you have an opinion on which parish is most suited for the development of a third city. Tell us about it through Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm or via tweet at JISnews. And as we close the show for today, we ask that you stay connected via our website, jis.gov.jm. We'll be back again tomorrow, so on behalf of the entire production crew, I am Adrian Atkinson, urging you to take care and take care of those around you.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.